while I was up there, this little girl came out with her brother, and she put him in the cart and was pushing him around, and he had this sort of medical equipment next to him while he was going around the cart. But they've made that happen so the kids can smile and enjoy being kids while they're going through a really tricky time.
Mr. Ben Shephard.
Good morning, everybody.
Morning, Ben.
Good morning, Ben.
Oh, it's just a room full of joy and love and smiles.
And James. Don't forget James.
James, how are you?
Morning, Ben.
James came to get me.
Don't ask him how he is. No one cares. Tell all our listeners why they should buy this inspirational book of stories.
So the people got nominated. We went through all the nominations, and then we interviewed all of the people that we decided should be in the book, talked to them about what it is that they do, and then we took that and we've sort of told their story in the book. So, for example, I'm wearing my Harry Moseley bracelet here. Help Harry, help others. Harry was an amazing little boy that I met many years ago when he was about 9 or 10. I was hosting a dinner for Sevi Ballesteros, who had a brain tumour. Harry had an inoperable brain tumour and had been invited at the age of 10 to talk about his brain tumour at this event.
That's right.
1,000 people at this event in London, and me and Harry got on brilliantly. He was just an extraordinary human being, like changed my life and it's very rarely that people change your lives when you meet them, but he was a little boy that had the most incredible outlook on life. Sadly, we lost Harry just over 10 years ago. But his mum carried on the charity that he set up, Help Harry, Help Others. Before he died, he had raised about £1 million just by making these plastic bracelets and selling them. And then he went into schools, and he went to primary schools and junior schools, and he said, right, I want you guys to make the bracelets. He told them their story, told them his story. You make the bracelets, and then you sell these bracelets for things that are important to you. So they bought the stuff from him, and then they sold it for their charity. So he created this whole business model about the idea of...
And how old was he?
He was 10 at the time.
Amazing.
And then, so sadly we lost him, but since then Georgie has picked up his legacy and created sort of the Help Harry, Help Others sort of charity now. In the last 10 years, they've sort of raised over £4 million for charities in the East Midlands. It's just... But more than anything, Harry did this because he had a friend that he met when he was going through treatment that was this old guy called Robert. They were sort of, chalk and cheese. Robert was in his, I think, mid-60s, and he had a brain tumour. And Harry just decided at 9 that he wanted to help Robert. It never occurred to Harry that he had a brain tumour as well. He didn't want anyone to dwell on the fact that he was ill. It was all about helping him. And that's why he's the perfect example. I mean, he really genuinely changed my life. And I still wear the bracelets now. I love the fact that he is still being talked about. He would be 21 and would be an incredible young man. And he was an incredible person, and his spirit lives on. So there's people like Harry. There's people like Ivan Hollingsworth, who was someone I grew up with. We grew up as kids together. And then Ivan's little boy, Seb, was born with a heart defect and had to have open heart surgery when he was born. And in order to say thank you to the Children's Heart Unit Fund at the Freeman Hospital, Ivan set about doing these crazy challenges. He dragged me into a few of them, which is where we ran all the marathons, so 7 marathons in 7 days. We cycled across the country in 2 days and then ran 7 marathons in 7 days on the way back.
I remember that.
And over the years, Ivan and Nadine, his lovely wife, have raised over £500,000, and they wanted to do something incredible for the heart unit that had helped their son. So they built a playroom at the Freeman in Seb's name, which is there because a lot of these kids that are having heart issues, mainly need heart transplants or more serious things, are on the unit for over a year.
Wow.
So the chance for them to be able to go into a playroom where they can play and smile and laugh, but still be plugged into their machines. It's one of the most amazing things is they've got a garden, they've got this sort of track, these cars, like little cars, pedal cars. And this little girl, while I was up there, this little girl came out with her brother, and she put him in the cart and was pushing him around, and he had this sort of medical equipment next to him while he was going around the cart. But they've made that happen so the kids can smile and enjoy being kids while they're going through a really tricky time. So, in every way, they're humble heroes. I love it. I love the fact I've been able to do it. It's a real privilege.
Well, it's a lovely thing, and you're a very good man.
By the way, can I just say, Seb, age 13, has just had to have open heart surgery again. He has a condition whereby his heart's always under sort of some strain. And he's an extraordinary human being. His dad, this is really lovely, his dad sort of tweeted out, because he loves superheroes, any of the Marvel superheroes that want to get in touch, this would be amazing. Every single one of them found him. He's now best mates with Ryan Reynolds.
Wow.
By the way, Seb's bed.
He'll
he's
be a
got
Wrexham fan now.
They've been invited to Wrexham.
Brilliant.
They're going to Wrexham, but he's got Deadpool overlooking his bed. Wow. And Ryan Reynolds And the other thing about Ryan Reynolds, which is incredible, is Ryan Reynolds has stayed in touch with Seb and Ivan privately, and he's just checking up on and see how he's going. So moments like that just are, you know, you realise the power of social media in that capacity.
Yeah. Lovely.
So Seb's doing brilliantly as well. We're very proud of him.
The Chris Moyles Show.